Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Dane and I'm converting this Renault Master van into a tiny home office on wheels. Let me show you where I'm up to right now. So last episode we installed the solar panels on the roof and we have run the cables into the van here. So the next thing we need to do is actually make a way to get these cables down to where the electrical section will be, down here underneath the couch bench, as well as run other cables throughout the van so that we can get electricity to all of the appliances that I want. The other thing I want to do is, if you see here is some cabling that came with the van, and it's run along the inside of this, I don't even know what you call that. It's run along the inside of here for most of the van, except for this corner here where it comes out and then goes back in here. So I want to see, and I may be unsuccessful with this, I want to see, can I get this to go in behind here and stay inside that channel? So what that will mean is probably maybe needing to bring this out completely and try run it through that channel all the way from the front here. So I'm going to explore that and see how I go. And a very short update of where we're at. So as I mentioned, we're going to do the electrical wiring now. We may not complete it all until we put the walls on, etc. And that's all the stuff that we've done so far. Okay, just a quick update of where we're up to now. Here are the cables coming in from the solar panels on the roof. I've run this conduit, plastic conduit, to the various places that I want my cables to run. So one goes along the top here, all the way out to here. One goes in here and up over to the other side here, and one more is just a small protective piece here to get from up here and then here. We're going to go down this gap here and then out to here, and then this is where all the electrical, battery and devices will be. So what we need to do today is join up the solar panel cables to an extension cable, come down and out here ready to connect to the electrical cabinet. Okay, so just quickly, I didn't mention before, but I've also run some of that conduit along the bottom here on the driver's side, and it comes out down here, and that's how I'm going to connect to the starter battery so that I can charge the leisure battery from the alternator. And we've had to pivot a little bit for today because the inverter that I've ordered hasn't arrived yet, and I can't really plan out the electrical cupboard without having that and knowing the size. So we just added the trim along the back here that we put off for a long time. Hey, it's a new day, and we're starting a bit of a new project. We've been working on the wiring and feeding the cables through, but now that I've got most of the electrical stuff that I'm going to be using, it's time to work on the bed slash bench seat slash electrical cupboard. So that's going to be placed just down here. So what I'm going to be doing is taking this timber here and building a bed slash bench seat slash electrical box where all of the electrical stuff will live, and the bench seat will be a slide out bed which will connect with the other side of the bench seat, and I'll build the second part of the bench seat later. But today we're working on the driver's side bed, bench seat and electrical cupboard. So first thing to do is to measure and cut all of this wood to the lengths that I need. Here's an update of what we've done so far. I've built the two top sections that will go on the bed bench seat, and the next step is the frame. Let me show you the top sections. So here they are here. These are the top slide out sections of the bed. And I'll show you how the sliding out works once I've got everything attached. But we've got some drawer runners there and two wooden frames that sit inside each other. And next step is to build the actual bed frame in which these will go on top of. Okay, here's just a quick update of where we're at. I've been doing a lot of cutting of timber, a lot of pocket hole joints, a lot of screwing screws together, and this is what we've come up with. So this is one side of the bed bench, and it's the side where the electrical cabinet will be. So I've made the box for the bench, and I've made the pull-out slides for how the bed will join across to the other side. So see if I can do this here with one hand. So these pull out, and then we'll connect to the other side with the bed slats alternating on each one. So what I'm doing now is just cutting the bed slats, lining them all up, and I'll be attaching them to the top sections. Hey, I'm back, and here's a little update of what I've been getting accomplished so far. So I've been doing a lot of woodworking and pocket hole screwing and drilling and getting everything put together. But let me show you. Here is what the bed bench seat slash electrical cupboard slash storage is looking like now. So thanks to some friends of mum and dad for providing some bed slats for the passenger side bench seat, and then we had some leftover bed slats that we're using for the driver's side. And then on the driver's side bench seat, it pulls out, so each side pulls out like this, and forms the bed. So you might want to know what is next. I would like to get the electrical cupboard all set up with the battery and all of the gear. at the same time as doing that, I would like to get the wiring and the walls put on so that we can start moving forward and have this thing starting to look like a tiny home. So that will be the next project. I do have some final finishing pieces to do. I need to put the face on this side here, and I need to make it so that when the drawer slides out to make the full bed, so I need to make it so that there's some support on this side to hold everything together. But it's looking pretty good and happy with the progress so far, and that's where I'm at. Hey, how are you all doing? Back at it, working again today. What I'm going to show you is what I'll be doing today, or trying to do today. So in here in the van, we have the driver's side bed bench seat. Outside of the van, I have the passenger side. I've been doing some minor tidy up on those, like adding wood filler around where I've nailed the panels together. So I've got, you know, the outside of the box done there on this one, and got the front on this one and the side here on this. So those are all enclosed now. The back here for now is going to stay open. I'm going to leave it so that I can maybe put things in there on this side or on this side, but I may end up putting some plywood panel over the front or some other way of closing that off. However, what I'm going to do today is box off the wheel well, the wheel arch, so that I can actually attach my electrical components onto the panel that is the box for the wheel arch. So the battery's there, and the wires will run from that to all of the components that will sit around there. So I'm going to box that off enough so that cables can run behind it, come through, and then attach to the electrical component. So just measuring and cutting up some plywood for that now.